Hello and welcome. Right, this is a bit of a weird one. So what I'm going to do, I'm wondering if it's the placeables, whether I've... trying to think, no, it's vehicle. No, it's not placeable. It's true. Is it placeables or vehicles? The actual... No, it's placeables. I might have done my placeables file in here and I needed to just copy. I did this once before on one of JMGaming's map and I destroyed something. I think I've probably done the same again. So what I'm going to do is... yeah, I'm going to load the normal game and see if that's in there. And then what we'll do is we're going to like copy my things across again. Everything else is right. It'll be just the placeables. So I'm going to be right back. If my hunch is right, we should see that there is actually a mark at the store that isn't on my game, which I can then just put this placeable file from this brand new map straight into play. You see there's there should be anyway that's not the real. There's still that, although I've got to be honest, it did actually disappear the icon on the map, so maybe I did. Maybe it is my fault. Yes, I did. So you see, this is what I've destroyed unwittingly in my thing. So what I'm going to do, this is the map. Oh, I've got to do all the fields all over again. Do we need to? I'll figure it out. I will. Yeah, be right back. Right, for those who are interested in this type of thing, this sort of showing what you've got to do. I've obviously created a new map. So I've copied the placeables file and put it in here, but I had to rename the original one so I can still work with it. So then you would go into your placeables, which you've already opened. This is placeables 1. Placeables 1. So this is the original one that we already put our placeables down. And so right at the bottom, normally, the ones that you've actually put down. So basically, this is where you would go. Pack. Tiny feed sauna, that is ours. And the Gua Green House Top RH. And yeah, the production, the sheep goat barn Mark 1. So what I need to do now is leave everything else alone. Just grab our everything where it starts from the bioplastics factory. That one's going to not be ours. Yeah, there's going to be 2, aren't there, on the map? Because obviously I've got the bioplastic factory that I placed. So this is the on-map one, which should have nothing in it. If you look at the field types, the storage, one's going to be nothing, and the other one's going to have something. So this is ours. So what we do is we grab everything within this, and don't go to placeables, because that's the end mark of everything. You go to your placeables, copy that. Then you open your placeables, which is the real one that the game obviously wants. Go to the same place. This won't have any of our stuff at the end. It's got, yeah, this is the in-game. So within this is the end bracket here, this placeables. That's like saying all of them. So you need to make yourself a bit of room. Paste that in. Obviously, if you're using something like Notepad++, this is built for this type of thing, and it is a free download, so not a bad thing to actually do. So now you see I've got placeable, lots of placeables, individual, and ending in the brackets, so within the world of placeables within the map. Yeah, it's sort of, you've got to think of this as a, like it's macrocosm, if that makes any sense to anybody. Like this small universe in a big universe is probably the better way to put it. So yeah, now all of our things have been put down exactly as they were. So now we have to save the placeables. You can leave placeables 1 because the game's not looking for placeables 1. So you can leave it as a backup for now and the game will still run. So if we now start FS25. Now I need to switch this over to... I need to stop recording for 1 second to switch. No, I don't really. It will do. It'll follow the display. I don't like doing this because this is a bit of a trick, this one. I never record this because I don't ever want you to see the desktop in case I ever go and like start to tweak something, and I want the camera to always record like what is happening here. So this is 6 and this is the new OakCity. Now obviously our money's wrong, so it was 8,000 that we've got left. Apart from that, is this right? Did we? Hang on a minute. I think, no. I'm being silly. No, we've just done it back on the original one now. So we should find that the money's correct because we've actually been working with the new placeables by replacing the old place. I know it's very complicated. Yeah, we've replaced our placeable one, which was placeables, for a brand new pristine placeable from the other new map, and we put it into our map. So it's all a collection of XMLs. It's all just data. You just got to make sure that you observe. Yeah, there are rules in this universe that you've got to obey, like there is within anyone. Otherwise, the universe will rebel. And mainly, like giants will, yes, call the things down upon you. So we should now see that if we should now have a box. See, all that effort just for that one little thing. But you see, I destroyed the universe. Yeah, I destroyed something within the universe that was terribly important. So I suppose this is, I've always been a bit like this. I suppose it's why maybe I'm not too terrible at modding, as in like, because it's you know what I mean? It's just that, so I've always been very geeky, I think, as you all know, really. So, right, oh, I've lost my mouse. It's done that thing where your mouse disappears again. Yeah, so then now if we switch off, so Marcus, we are back in the land of the living on the map, but down to a very, very poor. Oh. 300,330. I thought it said 8,926. That's a bit. Have I done that wrong? I can't remember what we ended the session with. So obviously, yeah, everything we did, yeah, we've replanted everything. That's right, and it is August now. If I remember rightly, we've got like work to do. Also, I think we will probably need our head now. The one thing I'm waiting to see what this looks like here. Oh, not too bad. I fixed it yesterday. Oh wow, look at that. Moving graphics. Told you, this new editor, it's doing weird things. That never did that before on the old editor. It's exactly the same file. Moving graphics like that. It's actually using the diffuse and actually not keeping a... Wow. Right, so we need to go grab the header, don't we? That's up at the shop. We bought it and it's like now, so let's go grab a tractor. So I apologise for this because this is going to be rather amazingly weird because it's actually following the diffuse, which does prove that it is it's the editor. The new editor is broken. What a shock. What a shock. And I do realise, yeah, we are down a tractor, aren't we? Luckily, I think we can probably survive. Yeah, we're doing well money-wise. I shouldn't really let it slide like that. I should just buy another one at the cost of the game because I think it was too... We should have two. Let's have a look. Let's do this properly. It's true, and not at our cost because it's just... I'll have not put one of the packs down. So we should have two of the biggies, 2 9s, which we have got, and we should have had 2 7s as well. Yeah, we had 2 of the mediums, so we've only got 3, and we've got 4 fence still, but we had 5. Yeah, we should have another one of these, the 7 series. So let's just correct that as well. Let's go up to the store quickly. Oh, that is well weird. I've never seen. Yeah, it literally. I spent. I thought this time because I suspected it was the editor all along. I'm glad in a way that we've not had to do the grass. This is obviously just a normal farmyard now with just like plants and stuff like that. So that is good. No, we can't set the... I was going to say I'll set the harvest again. I won't because we haven't got a header. So we need to grab that. Ooh. The sale point's gone as well. Oh, that must have been somewhere else. So let's stick that down to... Let's do... I knew that there'd be sticking plasters by, you know, having to do all that we've done. Quar greenest is okay. Sale point's okay. Sheep's okay. That's the main things. So we need the sell button. Now this will pay ourselves back because obviously this is a discrepancy, just one of those like silly little things. And we do want it that way around, otherwise it's going to be... Actually, that's true. We don't need to do this anymore. We actually do own the land now. So it's, yeah, anywhere right up to here will actually do quite nicely. Obviously not anywhere, it's moaning because we're not quite in our land. Smashing. Excellent. I do love it when the plan comes together. That's where I wanted to be at the roadside. It makes sense. I'm trying to go for a bit of realism on the self-marketing. I do love... I might... Because Giants keep whinging about their models. I mean, I did one a long time ago. I actually made one, but I was trying to so clear. Again, it's when you're beginning to mod, you're a bit fearful of mucking around with the environment because you might damage something because you don't know how it all works. I don't care anymore. I know how it works, so I'll rip it to pieces and I'll make another one. I like it. It's cute, but it's Giants. Yeah, it is. It's not mine. So is it this way? Or is it the next? I think it's the next run. Yeah, it is. It's parallel to this road. Yeah, so I'm going to make my own self-sufficiency the model. I'm determined. I just love all the field planes, but you see that I can't take that with me, if you know what I mean. It's can I? Now that would take some doing, but I suppose we could have a go. I do like it. That's why I think I've hung on to it for so long. Can we get the two headers on the core as well? Let's have a go. Let's have a go. If we do this cleverly, we might actually be able to do this. Let's have a go. Oh, we didn't give ourselves a 5,000 back. 4,777? Something like that. Something like that. 4,777. I think that's right. I think it's my usual trick of there's lots of sevens. Yeah, I want to put another set of wheels on that. I know I keep saying it, but I'm about ready to do it. But I was sort of started a project last night that I've been trying to do for a while, but it didn't work out. Yeah, it's extra field types, and I think again Giants have changed something in this last update. There's a few things where field types have been made more complicated, and I think that's what's broken it. I don't think it's going to work anymore. Oh wow, this is going to be a bit of overlap into it. I think what we need to do is what I've done in the past, which is sort of like a couple of the just either side of the where the telehandler is. Otherwise, it grabs his forks. Yeah, we have to let go, and then we need to like sort of cheat in a way. Yeah, still doing that thing where you can see graphics in the distance. Still a very messy game. Yeah, there's an awful long way that Giants have got to go. I'm sort of glad in a way that I've very early adopted, because I think a lot of people carried on with FS22, and I don't really blame them. I think in a way I was stupid to do what I did, but again, I've always done that with did it with FS22 as well. Dropped 19 straight away, went straight to 22 because it was the new, it was the game. So, but although I've got to be honest, FS22 in comparison to FS25 was far more polished, even though there were plenty. Giants are a typical modern company that basically release a game way before it really is ready. But then when you think people like Microsoft and Google and that, they all do the same, so what can you say? Giants is no different to all the rest of their peers, basically. So, right, that should actually not be too terrible. Yeah, and it's not too... That's what I love about this trailer. It's what I said. It is capable. If you don't constrain it with like railings and stuff like that, it then really does come into its own. Because you can seriously... Well, the other thing is this can take a 16-metre header where over half of it is on the trailer, which would actually work in real life. As long as it supports just over 50%, you really should be fine. I mean, it's not ideal, but, you know, like just for dragging it a couple of miles down the road. Let's be good. Let's stop. Exactly, stop. And then let's go. Then we observe the rules of the land, the rules of the road, even. And so that's both headers got, and we're going to need the normal standard header. Is... Oh no, we do need to go down there ourselves. Oh no, let's go the other way. We've never been that way. I can still see where we're going to. Now, I'd imagine that I've got my draw distance are wrong. For you to see those placeables at this kind of range, I would have thought that was wrong. Or, yeah, I must have got my draw distance wrong. I've got some with 10 million, 10,000, 10 million or something like that, which is obviously totally wrong. It's not that you'd ever set it at that. It's that it's a setting. Again, Blender's a monster, and it is settings within Blender that's just like you need. I don't understand Blender completely at the minute, so I'll have to check my money though, make sure I've not done any like robbery with this. So I'm sure it's at 8,000 something. Remember if we were supposed to, whether I may, yeah, I'm going to have to check on the last episode and see whether we obviously came in with the money, so I have a sneaky feeling that this is not our money anyway, if you know what I mean. So luckily we've not bought anything, so I need to grab the header with our psychedelic harvester, which Giants new. Well, I'm sure they'll patch it soon, and hopefully that will mean that I can. I mean, I suppose I could roll it back, but then it'll probably cause more damage. It probably will, actually, that is true. Let's let them settle. And then let's grab that with our moving graphics, which you won't see that very often. That just proves how badly damaged it is, because the diffuser's stationary, so the fact that that's moving graphics like that, that's well weird. Now, how do we get in? We're going to have to like get rid of that bit of fence that we never had before, where actually the wind goes across it, because obviously we never had that. So we want B mode, remove. We want to remove that. I think it should just be to that first. Yeah, it should. Excellent. Right, so that, I think that should do. I think the first section down to the... Is it going to do all of it? Oh, it is as well. I think we did that before, didn't we? So it's inside yeah, it'll mean the fence properly around the enclosure's now good. So there you go, that's it. Set this now. We should already have a course for this. I think we did this last year, but I think that was for another kind of header now that we need to repair. Now this is another casualty. So I'm going to be sticking down my old favourite, my old faithful. I think probably isn't a bad idea to... I do love this. I mean, yeah, I've not gone off this either. It's I like the... I can't find it. I cannot find it. I literally spent a long time... Yeah, we know that. We need to put it down with B mode. So let's stick that... Oh, that's my bad. I didn't need to do that. Actually, I wasn't ready, but... It's seemingly it's tough. The game was ready. I think that'll probably... Then a little tiny bit soften on a wider scale. Just to like knock it out a bit. We said we were going to buy the fen, didn't we? So let's... That is so weird. So weird. Right, so let's grab the fen as well. Now this, if this is, I think this is free money. I do. I think we're down to 8,000. So really, this we won't be paying this back. Yeah, we'll just. So it was a 700 series, which I believe is a medium. So we'll be buying somebody else's 700. And it was, I think actually we did have what, I mean, they do look very much like the biggies, but we had 2.7. It was a 4.2. No, it was 7. Yeah, it was, I think we'd upgraded it. We'll treat ourselves because it's one of those things. Yeah. Beauty, Cerebro Compact. No, we wouldn't. I doubt very much I'd ever use you in that way. So I missed. So yeah, that's going to pretty much clear us out. Which we had about 8,000. So I'd say we're about right. So let's. I think I'm right in saying that. I mean, I'm going to check because if I'm wrong, then obviously I shall whiz the cash in. We might need to lend a bit of cash. And this is going to be a new course, so let's get cracking, shall we? Because there's a lot of work to do, and we'll try not to look too close at the weirdness going on with the giants. That's definitely your fault. Definitely your fault. Because I've just done what I've done with hundreds of models and put the diffuse in. I've never seen a diffuse that moves before. It's a stationary object. So let's just concentrate. So then we want the field in front of us, field position 119, and we want now we're going to have to change everything because this to the game we are tools, number of add-ins 3. Need to go to this because this is going to be the standard settings because it's a new map. This is not going to understand. Oh, it is. So in the vehicles, as remembering why you already set it, is the map-based setting. This, it's not. Right, okay, so there you go. That's taught me something as well. So field we're saying it's remembering what I like. So let's generate. We don't want any round corners. No, it's remembered that as well. So let's save the course. Oh, it hasn't remembered. Because it's a different computer. So it's 119, I think. Yeah, it is. So we want to be creating a new folder. 119. So we've got to do all these again. Mind you, it's all right because we've got to do the grass, haven't we? I did say that we'd need to plant that, don't we? We need to set that going in a minute. Save course. Oh, you need to come out and go back in. It's that. Still got that weird glitch. It's got to be some reason why it does that the very first time. I'm aware of the glitch. It's a real strange one, but I don't know what to do. And obviously, we all must have figured it out that you've got to do this very strange thing. But it is a bit of a weird one. Right, so let's go first. And you run unload and all the rest of it. So let's go grab a trailer. Oh, straw swath. Let's have a look. Are you enabled? You can't tell, can you? Not when a word takes over. Turn on disabled. No, so that is enabled. That's brilliant. So let's let him go now. Or her. Them. I know it goes to that silliness, doesn't it? Them, this, all of that malarkey. Yeah, right, we need to do this. I suppose that might offend a lot of people. Yeah, it is. It's a bit of a blasé way of dealing with things. Everyone has the right to be referred to as they wish. It's just, I think it's like a lot of things, it's sort of gone out of hand. Ooh, field protection, I've never seen it do that before. It's a fairly new course where I think I did it the other day, so that's a new thing added. I would imagine they'll soon be getting to the stage where they'll release Courseplay and it's not a beta anymore, I would say. Right, so then we need to grab one of our tractors. And we need to be... I daren't go on this in the night. It was like well too hot. No, we should. I believe we've got Pilatus on this. So grass, let's get that grass done, shall we? That header's... Yeah, I knew the header. I thought the header would collapse. I didn't think it would, like... Fantastic. So we emptied all of our stuff out. Now, obviously, that we might... No, vehicles, you should actually get all your bits and bobs come with you. yeah, we need to do that as well, but we'll set this going first. Oh, nearly. Oh, that was a bit closer. Did we do all of our field scanning? Because that's obviously the other thing that that's live. That's not going to be terribly useful, really. Yeah, we want fertilizer in the front. Now, the one thing I realised, I was looking in, and I thought, you've not done a self-sufficiency on this one, and it's true, I haven't. Are we going to skint ourselves just like doing all the... oh, wow. Yeah, this is going to be expensive at a time. Oh, we've got some rope to sell, that's it, I remember. Yeah. And we need to grab the seeds and the fertilizer in the back. We need to, like, do that as well. And we need to do that. And we need to do that. And then we need to go standard. Oh, yeah, it is. My bad. Trying to plant a field of cotton. I'm so glad that it was not in season. Let's try that one, shall we? That one should be right. Do you know? So, oh, of course we've got the field. I don't need to worry about. Well, we've done it now. Yeah, I've got a mobile. I've forgotten we've got the this beautiful thing, the pickup. Oh, yes. So the grass is going. We need to grab the telehandler. Let's retrieve. That's it. Is it? No, it's working. Yeah, I don't know why we've got this message. I think I switched it off before because I found it a bit intrusive. I'm sure I'd switched that off after a couple of sessions. So it might be that it always said field detection and that it's just annoying and that I switched it off. Now I think this might actually grab the trailer too, because it's sort of like, oh, it doesn't. Wow. That's better than I thought. Stick this. Yeah, I'd like to chop that tree down and stick something like this where it was before, but we have sort of got the other one at the minute, so leave that as it is and just stick this at the edge. One thing I'd like to design is like MA7 Studios, where you stick a veranda on something. I'd like to do one of those myself, but I'd also like to do a shed with like those side awnings on too, that is part of the shed. Most people either do one or the other. Right, we need to be setting the baler. Did we? We have got a baler. Didn't we say we'd lost it? Couldn't we not find it or something? Yeah, because we know we bought one. Yeah, I'm sure we could not find it in the things. So it's almost like whatever. I think it was G866 mods. I might need to pop out and grab the... yeah, I can't have G866 mods set in, because his would be the one. No, I don't know that it would be. I think it was just... Let's have a look, because this is obviously something we did have. We've had it for a long time. So I can't have the one that I should be going for, which was a round baler, and it was the crone. But obviously, I don't think it can have been that particular one. So do we... Yeah, we've got BB mods. I've not got... Yeah, I haven't actually. I've not got G866 mods in, so it would have been his that I did, which is probably why I chose it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be right back. See you shortly. Now that is a bit special, isn't it? Graphics that move, Gordon Bennett. It's the same diffuse. I did think it'd got to be the... But you sort of think, well, it's Giants. They're like professionals. It's not going to be like... It's not going to be them that's the fault. It's going to be little old me who's like a, you know, a freshly formed modder. So field detection's a bit of an odd one. Right, let's leave that be. Now, I believe... Now, we did have... yeah, we had 8,000 because I'd got 269,000 implement. We bought the pea harvester, remember? So actually, we had a lot of cash. And then, obviously, we'd sold that as well and made another 26,000. So we would be right up at about 300,000. So actually, I've shortchanged us rather a lot. So let's give ourselves 292,000. That's about right. Is that right? Yeah, it is. It is. I'm not like doing anything wrong. I mean, it's not exact, but it's just really very close to it, so it should be about 300,000, and that is legit. Yeah, I literally just watched the footage and realised why we're down at 8,000 is because we'd got a 269,000 P harvester because I'd broken the sort of game at that time. So now we fix that. We're back. So yeah, right, smashing. So what? We've got that harvest to do with the psychedelic. We have got jobs to do though. We've got these this little lots to stick away. Let's just check all of our productions now. Of course, the good thing is about your productions when you do that kind of swizzle in and out, it's they do have in them exactly what they had in them. The only bad thing is things like any wool that's outside you've lost. It's like it's with the exception of like fertilizer and lime and stuff like that. If it's in bags, if it's inside a silo, it's safe, and if it's in a bag or a pallet, it's safe too because it's classed as a vehicle, would you believe? Yeah, it's in your vehicle's folder. So yeah, it's not into vehicle, but yeah, it's classed as sort of, for simplicity, it's in the vehicle's folder. Like, yeah, that's what I said. Obviously, I've known a lot about like what you move and why and all that type of stuff for a long time. I'm a bit far out. Yeah, but obviously now I sort of see why it's done the way that it was done. So let's just push that down the side. I do like the fact that we've increased this. It does make sense. Yes, obviously before with the old one, it was obviously too small. Now then, I think we need to sort of bash everything in a little. Bash sounds so violent, doesn't it? That's not really what I'm trying to like convey, but say language is such a sort of a peculiar beast, really. Yeah, that's going to get old soon, that field detection malarkey, isn't it? Right, so I think we'll do 2 at a time. Let's go old school and stick a couple of bales on at a time. It feels weird when you say bales, but it is. Ooh, yeah, that it would do that. It's just I keep saying this with a single. I keep forgetting about the weight, and obviously the one single axle acts as the pendulum. So it really is quite true that it would do exactly what it's doing. Yeah, you need to like, let's grab 4 and stick them at the front, and we should like rebalance the pendulum that we've sort of unwittingly created. That's going to fall off at the front. Yeah, I knew it was. I could see that it was not quite right. We'll probably grab it again with NASA's quite generous selection. And then we need to like remind this that this seesaw is no good for us. Just not going to put up with it. It needs to be like, ooh. Oh, that sort of shows me how powerful that, yeah, the actual, that sort of pushing down on the ground, although we think, and you can see under that, actually, that the collision is much more powerful and is bigger. So that gives me an idea and a bit of I know now what I need to like fix a little bit so it would fall down. The collision's a bit too big, which is useful for me to know as a modder. Should there, that's it. That's more like it. Oh, okay. I must have had it already and then let go. So we need to see who needs what and where. I believe we did, was the last thing we did, I think, was paid for supers once. I think I did it. I'm sure I did it. So that means that they will be... no, we did supers all along here, didn't we? I'm getting confused with other ones where I have done that. Oh. No. Oh. We haven't got the rope. Oh. That's a bit odd because I bought it across and it should... No, this will be the editor malarkey. Something's going to have gone wrong. Oh, I had a shed load of flipping... Excuse my French. It's rattled me a little. Not that, I mean, it could have been worse. I could have really, but yeah, I mean, I would have had to bleep it out then, but that's, yeah. I don't think anyone's going to complain about flipping, but to me, that's a loss of control because I don't like any kind of swearing at all. But and that's legit. Yeah, that is just the way I've always sort of been. Again, my grandma was a school teacher. I think her sensibilities rubbed off, and I think they're right. I don't think there's I hate films that swear with a passion. I just don't think there's any need for it. Now, we all know in real life that certain characters, but again, I think it's been an oversimplification. What did I watch? Now, I love Dwayne Johnson. I've almost all of his films I like, and normally they're quite, like, good now, so we need to fix this. I'm sure that had the Rope Factory in before, but it's definitely disappeared, so Patty has completed her task. I believe that will be the grass person, so that's going to need a bit of lime. Yeah, I don't know that it'll cope with this. I think, yeah, we'll just spend, yeah. Let's use our new tractor and grab you for that little job, I think. Actually let go of the right implement. So I saw some errors with the BI 277. So the 177, sorry. It's still there. I think it's not got part of its. Yeah, it's got some bits hidden that make it look a bit odd. Oh no, it's the right way. Yeah, it's got part of its frame missing that should be visible, and that for some reason on this computer it didn't. Oh, it's a bit. You've just jumped out of a really powerful. Oh, it's a bit strange. It's a bit gangly backwards. No, I don't know that it's a weight. It might be all right. The front boxes, I think, we can grab. Oh, I'm sure we got more than one. Or we got the Fendt GTA. Of course, the Fendt GTA is normally the one who would do this type of thing. So we will keep that, yeah, in, because he is well suited, because he's got special boxes. Yeah, so it was there. You can see. Let's just see then. Has it disappeared? As in, like, the new editor is saying, "Oh, it's rubbish," when really we know it actually worked fine, and it was absolutely spot on. Have we lost spinnery? Why? Oh no, it's white. Ooh. Well, I shall have to have a look at that. Rope maker. Oh, it's graphics again. This is going to get old soon, this one. Really is. So we had a super. So we're going to have to give ourselves a cashback for the super because we'd already paid for it. So it's lost some modelling. Just want to see some on my model. I see they're all right. So what? Bionic cement has this. Oh, I fixed that as well. Why is it broken again? Oh, just want to go through my models a bit because, yeah. Oh, this is ridiculous. It really is. Now, this one should be small. When I say relatively small, in comparison to the size it was before, when it was a tiny and it was huge. So we want the super rope maker. I'll do something about the graphics that it's lost. You know, this is a weird one and a good case in question, because this one is actually taken from Giant's own models and refers back to a graphics within the file itself. Now we need to sort of, I think what we'll do is, should we move this now? Yeah, there's no real need for it to be right there anymore, is there? Before there was a necessity to sort of do that. I think we're going to stick it. Wow, I must have a big skirt. I must have actually not. We'll put it in B mode, I think, because it is a splatter. Oh, I hate doing that. How far back do we need to go? Oh, my life. Oh. Was it too close to then? Wow, it's a long way away, isn't it, that? Can we do it sideways? Is it it is as well. Okay, that's a bit, seems in the middle of... Okay, let's see, can we do it here? And then obviously it'll gain its colour next session, so that... Yeah, I don't really want to... Oh, my life. I think we need to change the concrete. The test area is a right beast of a thing to remember. It really is horrible. So I think we're going to need to stick all of our wool, that we should have an absolute shed load in there. I will check, or will I? That's just a trouble. We're going through 2 PCs, because obviously what you're really doing is, oh, we had so much wool as well. I mean, we didn't have as much in that one, but we still had about 4. I think I'd said it was. Oh, I can't remember. It was in the last session, but it's thieves are broken in. We'll go with that old chestnut. Yeah, it's we've. Yeah, it's not the end of the world, right? We do need to rectify though. We've just spent 77,777, and that really we did already spend that, so it does seem highly appropriate that we actually get the cash back. Let's be honest, that's very appropriate. I'm going to just get rid of that one bush, because I don't mind them being there, but at the minute, for this type of thing, I think it's more appropriate that it's not there. Looks a bit odd in the place where it is. Yeah, like it wasn't placed there. Who would put that right in the way of your path where you can, like, go every day with all your stuff? Now that looks like this is causing mayhem, this editor. Absolute mayhem. I should have known better. I have raised a ticket with Giants on the forum, and I thought, you've got to be careful what you say. It's true. I sort of like, so it's done everything. It's just lost the colours. And it's strange, but the very file is in exactly the same place, and the colour is in exactly the same folder. So, yeah, I apologise. It looks a bit pretty, but it looks like something... now then, we were going to do the lineman before we got, like, upset by things that were, like, broken again. You know. It sort of, in a way, I know it is bad, and obviously but in another way, it sort of does show you, oh, I did make the adjustments. Yeah, it was 6,000 and that, wasn't it? So, yeah, we've made the adjustment to what it should be. I didn't think I'd remember to do that. Let's see. Is that? No, it's going. It is honestly going. Yeah, so I need to tweak this, because obviously it's not showing part of its bars. And they all disappear when they disappear, but obviously the silver bar. I do like for you to show... to see it, because otherwise you can't know where you're going to bump into it. So, right, let's set you going. We shall sell the existing. Oh, it's all attached incorrectly. Seriously? I can't see it myself. I told you, editor, weird, glitchy. Yeah, graphics. There may well be this kind of like thing going on, but again, this is all partially, or part of it is down to the game engine and the new editor, yeah, the game engine matching that. It's going to cause mayhem. No, I don't think it's the editor, not for this type of thing. I think this is just, yeah, this will be the graphics settings on, yeah. So I'm trying to use the AMD as well as the... So I said the 80. Yeah, no, the AMD as well as the NVIDIA. I'm trying to sort of spread the load, because I mean, it's also unbearably hot. This is the coolest it's been. Last night I was going to do an episode, and I thought, no, you'll fry your computer. It's way too hot. I've got fans on both and all this type of thing, but it's still like not. So that's a new one on me. Yeah. It's now, the one thing that hasn't gone up is the mod desk. I thought, I wonder, with all this that's gone on, is the mod desk gone up to 100? So I had a quick look in. Oh my life, it's weird. It could be heat. Could be down to heat. It's usually it could also be down to graphics, but it is hot, and it is a 4x map as well. But of all of the maps I've got, this is the one that's going to cane the machine more than any. So if we start to get... Yeah, it runs hot already. Yeah, all the graphics cards do a bit. And it's a laptop, so it's a bit... I always find with laptops, it's one of the bad designs about them. I've got like a cooler fan on the actual plastic, but it only blows air around. It doesn't actually, do anything So that's done. Should be perfect. Now then, did we scan everything? That's the other thing. Obviously, because we did have scan fields. I think we were going to. I can't remember if we actually did. No, we did. Oh, yeah, 115 we couldn't buy, could we? We will give ourselves the cash back because we really already had done that. So at least it's recognise it now. 1,050. Yeah, I'm just trying to be fair. Anything that we'd already done, why should I pay for it a second time when I've already done it? It just does seem highly, you know, like ridiculous that you would do that. So we'll leave him in this particular setup. And so that's all ready. It's limed, fertilised. So now he wants to be getting on with looking at our psychedelic. Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's go for precision farming as well. So is there anything else we need to do? Animals are happy, although we are going to need to... Now, baler. Now then, that is true. Now, I have put G866. It's actually selectable bale capacity that then gives you a baler. So although it's a new one, we're going to have to obviously replace it. We're obviously going for the Crone, which we'd already bought. Again, this is just trying to fix everything that we need to fix. That's like, there may be something else, and like it's tough if we don't notice it. And yeah, so we have the Crone, but we want this one by G866 mods because it's obviously got big selectable bale capacity, which is what we did last time. Yeah, but obviously I'd forgotten that it was actually selectable bale capacity that does it. I was looking for a pack rather than the mod, which is why I never default width beacon light. Yeah, let's go for it. So 70,480. What wheels can you do then? Oh, you can go wide. No, it's got a bit. So not a lot though, is it really? Do you know, let's do it. One default width. I don't want any like shenanigans, but so 70,980. Well, it's 71. Let's be honest. It's like, and it'll be, yeah. Also, the delivery is going to be more than that. So, my life, you're not kidding. Right. So then 73. No, 70. Could say 72.5. Then it's about, yeah, more in the favour of 72,500. Excellent. So we're still up where we should be with that very strange looking model in the back. Let's grab you. Oh, at least we've got all of our everything that I'm aware of that we've like done wrong, we've rectified. Yeah, including we've got our new harvester, the little one of that type. Yeah. So let's set this baler going on that course, the only course we've actually got on the map at the minute, because this is a new computer. Well, it's my old computer actually, but yeah, no, we've not got fractals all the time. It was just when it's casting, so that's going to empty. Ooh, you can't do it, can you? That's something I'd like to find out where it is. I think it's built into the machinery, and that is what natural size header it should have. So I think the 6 meter. I can't see in the i3D where you tell it, you know, like your natural header is 6 meters, or you know, like where you could actually up that a little. So it's because obviously the program, it thinks it should be having a 6 meter header, so therefore when it approaches the crampy, it's doing it with a 6 meter width, but it's not got a 6, it's got an 8.5, so therefore it always clacks the back of the trailer. So it's one of those things I'd really like to, but I think you'd have to, I mean, it could be in there somewhere. Where did we get to? Where did we get to? Let's send the drones up. It's a lot easier. I'm trying to use this quite a bit now because it is really what you it's over there. It is really what you're doing, isn't it? And I apologise for the moving graphics. That's a novel. Yeah, it's very, very different. I've never seen that before, and that just sort of emphasises how bad the fault is of the new editor. So no wonder it's doing strange things as well on draw distance. I just noticed that Silo's got like a second, it has as well. Yeah, I remember doing that. It's got the old one, which you can see at a certain distance, then it's got the new one, which you can see like at another distance. It needs me to fix it. That's my fault. It is that one. It's definitely all me. Right, so let's crack on. I think we will go into a time lapse because this next bit, let's just check though that everything's, let's just have a good look from above at everything that we've done. We know the grass is growing. We've done the precision farming again. We shouldn't have any weeds because we like told them to die. I mean, there's certain advantages to what's happened, obviously, because we've sort of like, I mean, we did plant this already, they were growing, but this obviously was not. I think we were about to plant this, so we've almost gone through a year because we've gone to August again, which we could not do anything about. It's the only thing I'm not sure of how to manipulate, and that's the month. I've never found that one out. If you can, I'm not sure you can. So yeah, it's one of those things I'm just not sure of. Right, that baler, I believe we were actually, that's one thing we were going to try to do, and I think it was, no, it's not. It was, no, it's that one that's hiding. Oh, no, it's not. It is that one you just clicked, I think. No, it's not. It's that one there. Right, so then let's get this. We also want to change the bale capacity. I don't want to go too mad though, because it can go up to 99. Yeah, so 180, I would say. Not this one, I think the one after, because I think it gets silly after this. Yeah, I think it goes really, I mean, that might be a bit big. I've not done this size yet, but again, the other thing is, like anything, you do want to find out, well, what does this do, so you know the full capacity at least once. I think you should sort of try to do this. Now we have got a windrow now, but it's actually 8.5, it's not bad. So let's go. Don't to see it. Just want you to do it. Right, fantastic. Ooh. You used to pick them up. That's why, another reason why you don't want them to be too small, the bales, because I don't want to be picking up 3 million bales, really. I'd be much happier with like picking up a few big ones, especially if I'm manually doing it, which I am. I would be grateful for small mercies. And the other thing is I keep saying this about, there's got to be a trade-off between you, the viewer, so that I'm not dragging you through absolutely forever. Why is that so far out of like where it actually is? It's a bit odd. Did I manually do a bit? It's missed a bit in the headland as well. Now this would be the true decider, because if it's on the lines perfectly, we know somehow the yeah, it is. It's on the lines. Smashed it. Right, so that's good. So we did the wall and we stuck it into the, now everything should be going as well. Obviously the rope maker, bar the rope maker, because obviously now then everything else should come across switched on. He says, I think we'd run out. That's why this is not on. We switched it off on purpose. The spinny tailor should be, yeah, it is. So fabric wool, we've got plenty. Oh, not plenty. Not plenty. Only, yeah, I think we were splitting this because it had actually, of course, this is a bionic though, and we did pay for a super. Yeah, we did do the upgrade, and I'm sure that on, but if I did, then why is this coming across as a bionic? That is true. Well, I think it was the last thing we did, so that's one of the last things we've not done right. Is for some reason it's reading bionic spinny tailor. Unless I took the money off and didn't actually do the upgrade, so I'll have to do that next time. So ropes, it's got, yeah, 9,000. So really these two are both really the dregs. Now I have increased on the straw factory. I've got 3 guaglus. Obviously it'll only have one of them going because it didn't understand. Yeah, I've had and now I realised I thought, why don't you just increase the cycles on 1 to 3 times the amount? True. It's a valid. It is a valid point, but I just wanted like 3 sets of machinery installing. No, it was after I'd done it. Of course, hindsight is such a wonderful thing, isn't it? I was like, you know, I suppose if we're going to do that, what we could do is like not stick any more wool in the bionic spinny tailor spinnery. Yeah, no, actually, I think we also, I would say the rope is probably, I think it was yellow, which is good. So it only gets to like yellow. Yeah, it's like close to the 5.8, so 5.4. I think that's about as good as it gets because it's prices are not quite right. So let's get those sold as well. And what's in the sales as well? That's the other thing. Did we look at the sales today? Oh, we did. I remember seeing it because we were saying how useful that would be. So I think, well, we've got one like that already, haven't we? But it's a 180 horsepower for 29,000. Oh, we don't need any more, do we really? Seriously, we've got, the class might be like the last tractor that would be useful because it's my favourite, the Orion, the 205. I think, if anything, I think we'd actually do it the other way around. Let's buy that as is. Yep. Oh, I knew it. I just had this feeling. I thought, no, you've actually, yeah. And we will reset it because this is a game mechanic glitch caused by the plonker in charge. Really, yeah. So definitely should not. So let's reset that to the shop because it should never have happened. Because you can't do that in real life, but we know you can restore deliveries. But I mean, yeah, it is what it is. So we'll buy that too, but we'll keep the Fiat. We want to go to 180. It's got the front as standard. Do we want this as a front? No, we've got a telehandler. Yeah, 40,417, yes. And we will buy that for ourselves because that's, I think, is it red? Oh, yeah, it's like attaches. High hitch. Not sure. Probably would be a high hitch for most tractors once, so let's do that. I've had, no, I think I've had it once. Let's get that all sold and keep that, keep momentum going, I have to say. And we're going to actually sell the other, yeah, we'd sell the class because it's worth more. And it's only like 15 horsepower more than the Fiat. I'm not, yeah, no, don't mind the Fiat at all, but we do need to bring the trailer up to actually grab that monster plough. So this sort of will partially pay. Oh, now that's the point. We haven't actually done the blob of thing, have we, on this one? It's got it somewhere. Aha. Right where I am now. So let's do a blob of paint right where I am. We want, I like the shattered concrete. Yeah, this, because it sort of, it is actually already shattered concrete, I think. It's a slightly different colour. Right. Fantastic. So let's sell you, sorry, my favourite tractor. In that range. I could say not my absolute favourite, but he is definitely a favourite. I do, it's my favourite 205 horsepower tractor. That in that range, it's yeah, beautiful small tractor, very agile. And also, I've always found, and probably not now, it's probably been adjusted, but it used to punch beyond its weight. It was more like a 250 horsepower, but then again, they've got a bit of a range, so, okay, that's doing a twill because the weight's too heavy for it, which I'm not really surprised. So let's repair, and repair. At least we've got more than just fence. That's my real point. Right, well, being as we have got time on our hands, let's go grab the, yeah, you will do nicely. And we should, yeah, hopefully we'll not have any grass that's, like, out of kilter. Stick this away. Oh, wow, even with that ton weight. I don't know if this has got a weight on it. It should have, yeah. This is what I keep saying about this. Ooh, stick it on, I think. Yeah, because it really should have the ton weight. When you're dealing with the Pilatus, I think to have a weight on that front is a necessity for the... Because this is a fairly hefty tractor, truthfully. So, it should be about right. We'll repair anything that needs repairing as well at the same time. I've actually got the toolbox in again now, but it's nice to have my old friend. Repair, yes. Oh, it's that'll be the latest one that we just bought. So, yeah, we need to customize, and we will add the weight on for a further 300. And it should probably now, in conjunction with the Pilatus, actually give a bit more stability. Well, we'll see. Yeah, no, it didn't even rock backwards at all. Oh, let's take that out. Yeah, that was much better. It's like almost equalised. Of course, there's a bit of wobble. You can't like do away with that type of thing completely, but it is definitely more stable. It was like its wheels lifted a lot. Now the other thing is, no, I think we did the pH, the liming. We told it to be perfect, didn't we? So I think, oh, let's go in enough that we're actually in properly. Yeah, this is good. This is a bit of a strange one, isn't it, for this kind of. So we'll drop that over the opposite side. Yeah, I'm going to build a shed soon. I was not going to, but I think I could design one that's going to be... It's not going to be... Well, I don't want it to be pretty because I want it to be cheap. I like that. I'm going to go for a structure that's not got sides per se, but it's got a roof. More of an enclosure, which is truly, there's often, and it's one thing that you don't get many English, but actually English sheds were often like that. Bale sheds were just a roof with a structure on nearly always. So hopefully that bale is going to be, oh no, it's going to follow the same course, so he'll go up and down exactly. That's why I love, sometimes when you do a windrow course on top of a bale course, it does. Obviously, it does it differently because it does it completely from another perspective. So you can be unfortunate and it can actually go the wrong way down the ups and the downs. Whereas obviously, if you follow the original course that's done by the combine, you're always going to be down the right lines, which is why I like, in a way, it's often following the proper course, even if like the... So sometimes, once you're about an 8.5, really, there's not a lot of point in windrowing anywhere, really, in my personal opinion. But, yeah, I mean, we've got the windrow for the grass field, because that needs it anyway, so it's not a waste of time. I'm not, like, saying, oh, what a waste of time, because that's not what I'm saying at all. Yeah, so we've got a couple of fields now. We were going to run the... In fact, let's use this one. I don't think it's too slow. No, it's a bit slow in a way. Yeah, let's grab a fence. They're like 30 or more miles per hour. Let's go grab that massive plough. That's going to come in very useful. Well, obviously, we've got my stone picker. That did produce a lot of stones. That was what I was going to say, and then I veered off. Yeah, we've not got self-sufficiency. Now, that was a mistake, because obviously we can make lime and stuff like that with it. So we will be grabbing one. It's a bright oversight. Nearly always do it. I don't know why I didn't do it on this one, but it was... When I was I thought, well, I've got all this stone. I thought we ought to be making some lime, and I thought, yeah, we ought to be, but like someone's not put a self-sufficiency down, which should be like the first mod you probably put down. Oh, we were going to do the road. We could have actually, if a sensible person would have actually done. It's showing the fence is doing that weird thing again, as you can see. Not quite so bad as it was. It was really noticeable, but you can see it again. Yes, it's gone ahead a bit now, so it's not quite so there. 37 miles an hour, it's right. Speedy Gonzales, isn't it? So it's not the first one. It is, yeah, there's a bit of fence that's being drawn. It's very messy. Very, very messy. It goes to show how heavy and slow the engine is in comparison to FS22. I can't recall ever seeing a panel of fence ever go down. Period. I can't. I really can't. Like, yeah, in my... I think that's very true. So we need to... We did repair these both. Yeah, otherwise his engine wouldn't be... Right, so if we stick this... like that... Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, have we lost the telehandler weight? I never saw it. I didn't see it now, so it should be the test weight it's classed as it as, but I might not, yeah, it may be me that's not seen it. No, oh, it'll be lizard test weight? Is that something? Oh, no, it is, yeah, lizard test weight, fantastic. So we've not lost that. Right, let's get this beast on. I think we'll do the other fields next session, because there was talk of a time lapse and it's not happened, so it's sort of like meant that the session's going to be longer, so it's going to be too long to do both fields in one. We'll do the other one next session. Ooh. Yeah, that's spot on now then. We ought to really... No, I think we can do it. Yeah, we've got plenty of swing space in this shop. Yeah, so I've got something to look forward to, and that is Bouillet Normandy. It's JMGaming is getting on with that, so that is actually one of my favourite maps he's ever done. The detail on it was absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's a shame. I don't understand why, because he isn't the only map maker. I was literally on FS Landscape in Ladyhill, and likewise, I had to smooth a few fields of his, and I thought it's not just JMGaming. Map makers do tend to sometimes not quite get this right, and like you just got to smooth it a bit. And I thought, really, is it the end of the world? And I thought, well, if it's not just JMGaming, so I don't understand why he gets so badly marked down for his mods when I mean, I've played all of his things, and obviously, as a friend, I'm biased as well. But in another way, I can be objective. If I've always admitted, I think everyone would always give me this sort of a credibility that I've always said that he does the smoothing thing that he does. That he doesn't do that, and I think I said it on on Rombos all my life. Yes, too heavily on the right. Yeah, on Rumbles Road there was some major on that day of release. But I've got to say, the other thing I am going to say is that JMGaming, within a day or two, had gone out and fixed those errors, and like within a week, and that's down to Giants, not to JMGaming, he'd done it the next day. He had like corrected all those like initial sort of what you could class as though a little bit more severe than you'd expect. Oh, come on. Mexican stand-up, you know. Okay, we're going then. Thank you very much for your kindness. Right, so then, yes. So within like days, in fact, probably the next day, he'd actually fixed the error, and within in fact, it was less than a week that even Giants recognised that the errors were needing fixing. So like they'd push that update out as well. So yeah, once credit where credit's due. Giants are not always the devil. No, they're not. No. And I mean, yeah, I've got to be sort of realistic as well. I mean, everyone always tries to vilify such, like such companies and like that. You don't really know what goes on. None of us really do completely. So it's not as cut and dry as to right. So it's going to fall off. I know, but yeah, it's. Yeah, also because otherwise he's going to bump into that as well, or she. Yeah, it's a he actually. Thank you very much, young man, for your assistance, Shura. Very, very. Now, in fact, we'll let you push this. Now, this really, I don't think on any map I've ever had this undercover, because it's a bit of a beast. It's not really. I think the best you could ever do would be to stick a cover over it. It's such a big piece of, yeah, equipment really. So we'll do that. So we should stick it against the fence sort of thing as best as we can. And I'm looking forward to using that with one of our big 9, the 942 I think is the most powerful we've got. Now we did sort of get a chance to buy the 1000, didn't we? So we've bought all of those bits and bobs, and we've got I love the Tajman by Wolfex. I always put it in because if I was ever going to do a bit of dragging and of big trees, it would be the thing that I would be using. How are we doing? I would say that is it Kyle? No, this is who we're looking for. They're pretty much on the second to last. Right, hold your horses. We're going to be, for once, we're going to be kind to you. Let's go grab that trailer that's sitting on the edge of the field. Yeah, so let's. That baler's certainly doing a cracking job of catching up. So we've got quite a few bales. I would imagine they're fairly hefty. Yeah, the biggest one's 100 odd, like 99,000. So I'm not sure, that one might be a bit big as well. I might have wanted to go the one before because there doesn't look many bales on that field. So I'm thinking, oh, it's a bit of one of those job, isn't it? Oh, it is as well. Those you've got to sneak under, because it's like not. Oh, that's going to catch up in a minute. Right, okay. Don't think I couldn't find on this model when I couldn't find the unload rate. Yeah, so it's like standard Massey unload, whereas before on the Average Enjoyers, who's just released another piece of kit as well. Yeah. Alright, let's go nearest. We'll shift this out of the way because it's going to be in the way of the baler in a minute. So let's just shift this. Not take it off the field because I think we're going to be like needing to fill. Right, so let's just stick this. But it's heavy for it. It's a fairly strong trailer though, isn't it, really, this? It is. It's a bit slow. Eliza is so who is Eliza this time? Oh, but again, it's that, yeah. It's a lady's name on a man. It is quite hilarious. I think there's actually two. I think there's like, yeah, and like another two after this one, nearly so. Right, so the straw, we should now be getting like more of the glue, because it was the glue that was holding this up. So I'm glad we've had a look at this. Got the soybeans on New American, so I'm testing that, and then soon these are all going to be, I think this is about ready for sticking in the mod hub. I did really want to stick the new model on it though, so I'm hoping that this editor thing gets fixed sort of quite soon. So we're going to be sticking the more straw in there off this, and then we're going to be sticking the canola in the bioplastics. So we'll soon be, and then obviously we've got the corn to go in too, and then we've got the cotton, which is actually not a bad little thing. So we're obviously doing the bioplastics proud this year, as well as obviously our normal business. And I do believe we did say we were going to sell the ropes. Let's just get this done now. Yeah, so where did I stick the weight then? I think I stuck it against the side of the building. That's my normal trick when I've got a building to put against, and the bioplastics is, yeah, I'd like to do something specially because I do like the bioplastics. Oh yeah, it is, I can see it, it's actually down there. Not that we particularly need it, but it really should be on this, really. And or I suppose, actually, yeah, it's true. This doesn't really need it. Not for a couple of bales. We've got bales of wall and stuff like that. It can manage. It's got such a low centre of gravity. Going forwards, I'm going to be probably, we'll be seeing quite a bit of Fast Farming's Red Rock. Yeah, because I love his trailer as well. So this should be quite a lot of 10,000 litres. So 10 standard ropes. Yeah, I came a cropper on the unique field types, and again, I think it's a change that Giants have made in this latest iteration. I keep saying this, when the game gets released, Giants dial back the complications and they allow a lot of things that they won't allow later on in the game, and the more they get more and more fine control as the game gets older, and they keep switching things on, which then you mean you can't do what you did a few months back. You've got to be more precise about the way you do it, and I think that is another thing. Let's have a look at this. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, now the other thing, our environmental score reward would have been much better, because obviously it's not, yeah, these fields are like pristine new, which means we're quite fortunate we got a bonus and we didn't get a minus, which was obviously would have been highly unfair, but it is what it is. And you know, I think we sort of like not cheated because we were legit. We actually made that sure they were limed and fertilised too, so the game thinks we've been good with precision farming. So that makes sense to a certain degree that it would be like that. Yeah. So if you, can I show this? I might be able to show it by the placeable itself. If you, yeah, there's a couple of dairies. Now you can see if you look closely on, yeah, that one, it loses the sugar and it gains the sugar, but it should be showing something else as well, which it's not. It's destroying the bottled milk. If you look closely, I think I put it back. Yeah, because these are two different models now. That's why there are two of them. And obviously, I only want there to be one, but it's not playing ball with sugar. And it's destroying the bottled milk. as in like you can't see it. But I've got new field types, and it did show them, and now it's not. So yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. I don't understand why it's again, and it's the true. Right, I think that's going to be about right. Oh, they're about going to have a bit of an altercation. Yeah, no, let's just, you know, I think it's ready to empty. So yeah, you will block by an object. Now you're going to crash into the bales, so let's just. Yeah, so the bottom line is that I realised what it was when it said the field type chocolate is already in use. And I thought, well, I'm not trying to change chocolate. And I thought, you see, chocolate is a product that's made with sugar, and it's made, yeah, no, we haven't got one on this, because we've got no animals. Yeah, it's just sugar that makes chocolate and milk, obviously. Yeah, that's the other thing. So obviously milk's milk, and I've not changed milk. Milk's still milk, but chocolate, sugar 1 to the game is a completely different field type. So I've got to make chocolate 1 because sugar is not sugar. If that makes any sense to anybody. I know what I mean, but yeah, obviously I've made a unique field type and I've called it Sugar 1, because that way I can use 5,000 litre, that's the only reason I've done it, is I can use 5,000 litre pallets, because it's, as a content creator, it's much better for me, especially if I'm using sugar. My sugar pallets are 7,000 litres, because there's such a lot of sugar when you go into sugar. That I remember I was on Riverview and I was doing sugar, and I was like gulping. I was like, I've got 100,000 litres of sugar that's been processed. That's 100 pallets. So I'm going to be here for 2 hours. And it was at moments like that when you think, hey, I've got to do something about that. You know, it can go all the way in. JMGaming has thought about this. Now, this is the one that it hits that back bar. Ooh, you did it at a speed that it avoided the collision. I mean, the sort of, ooh. What are we hitting now? Not gone past the wall. Huh. Secret collision? Must probably it'll be a collision on the inner bit of the door, because I have actually cleared it and there's nothing else. No, nothing low that I've like done, so it's got to be like, oh, okay, now it's gone away. Go figure. Oh, do you know, sometimes you've got to love this game. The amount of times that happens where you're like, I'm sure I've not hit anything, and you go and look at it and you actually haven't, but it's, I don't know what happens, I really don't. So we want to be doing canola the very one we're on. Yes. So switch that on, and it wants to be on keep, which it is. Excellent. So 29,000 litres of canola. And next session, not next month, we will be doing that there. Yeah, it's a bit of tidy up to do, so we should grab that with the harvester. And oh, there's a way in there. I don't think we'll rip that fence off just for that. I would like it to be a bit more open though, just a little. So I think we will. We'll rip this one. So we want remove just for this particular section. Oh, why is it? Oh, it'll do. But I think there's now an odd bit of fence which now looks really odd. Why would you do that? Okay, right. Okay, so that's now opened it up a little bit for this sort of thing. We'll set that going for next session. So yeah, that is, I think, not bad. Yeah, we did sell the things. So let's grab the. Let's just finish the bit of the untidy bit on the field with the baler. Let's just manually do a tiny bit of cleanup, and that we probably won't get another baler out of it, but let's see how big these bales are as well. We should be able to gauge roughly from like how well we do this to see how big they actually are. I would say it's 36%, so that's 45 ton bales. They're a bit big, we know that. Again, this is what I was saying. There's got to be a bit of play balance. Got to be, if you're creating content, you've got to observe the fact that your viewers' time is important, and that if it's going to take you a long time. It's obviously, I've always known that, but not always had the ability, and always felt quite strongly about what I would class as cheating. But some of these things are more, couldn't happen in real life, but then it's a game, and would I be like recording a farmer on his field? Probably, but yeah, maybe. But no, I don't know that people would want to watch the entire episode of like Farmer Joe doing his fields of, you know. Although you could argue that, well, Clarkson's farm did fairly well, so I don't know. Again, it was the story, though, wasn't it? Why was that so big? Was the fact that it was sort of a bit of a disaster that he turned around. It was, you know, in his defence, it made good viewing because he sort of like, I mean, he'd got money anyway, so he was always going to be that way. But he was obviously highlighting as well how expensive farming is and how it's not as easy to make cash as you think. You know, farmers are against the wall, which I thought that was very good, that all of those type of things he actually highlighted for farmers. Is that, I mean, I've been told a lot of people go to his farm and buy his produce, so he does well because his prices apparently are quite high, which... Does that surprise me? Not really. He knows how to charge. And obviously, I would imagine he's made a shed load of cash, unlike most farmers, through his name. Obviously, everybody knowing him, and he's a bit of a character, and so therefore is, you know, like made a real killing out of it in the end. When the chips, you know, when everything's counted up, he will now have done terribly well out of his investment because of who he is, and people flock to his farm and buy his stuff and all that type of stuff. So that's what I'm saying. I would just get this bit of clean up at the harvester as well. I don't want to be this bit over there. Let's just go grab that as well, and then we'll grab that bit of canola. Although, if we remember, we'll do it after the corn. That's true, we haven't actually done any corn this year, have we? Was it the corn that was the bad one? I think wheat was good. I think corn had got quite a bad loss. Although JMGaming has factored that in when I looked at the price that we got for the... Although not everything, I did say there was the soybeans. You could make exactly the same through selling soy, and that obviously wasn't factored in, which is... JMGaming is a human being, so yeah. Let's have a quick look. Let's grab that. I just want to see a bale. It's quite close to a bale. I think they're 45 tons. 44,000 litres. Yeah, smashing. So that is a very spiffing, moving graphics harvester. Yeah, quite amazing. You won't see this very often because I'm quite sure that Giants will soon correct their error in their editor, and then it won't do these weird things that it's doing to diffusers and that's obviously not right. Right, so then, yeah, I should leave that for next session. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.